Hello, my name is Jody Samuels, and I teach the Elliott Wave course through Trading Post and run the FX Trader's Edge OTA. This is the first in a series of trades of the week where we will highlight a currency trade for you that we recommended during the week, and this is the week of October 8th, 2007. The current trade setup that we're about to highlight is a Euro buy, and this was taken on Tuesday, October 9th. Before I show you the actual chart, I'm going to show you the actual trade recommendation that went out to the traders, to the group. Here's our trade plan. As you can see, the trade probability is high. The trade direction is long because we bought the euro. We're using the three profiteers profit-taking system, which is a system which I developed for trade entry and exit. As you can see, we took the trade on October 9th. Under trade description, we used a 1-2-3 setup for trade entry. This was a successful trade. All three lots were triggered for a total of 110 pips, or an average of 36 pips per lot. Using this system, we use three lots or any multiple thereof. So it's really three positions rather than three lots. Now we're going to look at the actual trade setup on the charts. We're going to start with a top-down approach using the 4-hour. So you can see to the left we have the 4-hour chart. To the right we have the 1-hour chart. Let's focus on the 4-hour chart, on the big picture. First, let's note the Elliott Wave count. We traded up impulsively for a blue 3, for a wave 3. We then traded in a corrective fashion, which we labeled a blue 4 or a wave 4 down, and we were looking for a bottom for this wave 4 and a move up to begin the wave 5. So that's really the premise that we started with, that wave 4 would bottom out, would finish, and move back up. So we need to ask ourselves, how are we going to get into this position? Are we going to buy it at the lows because that's when we saw the trade? Or are we going to use a way of getting in so that if it does trade lower, we won't be penalized, but if it trades higher, we know that we're going to get into the trade? And we decided to use the 1-2-3 reversal pattern, the 1-2-3 setup for a day trade, and get in when price started to move back up again, and that's exactly what we did. So on the left again, I'm going to highlight this with a box around the place at which we got into the trade. You can see the green horizontal line at 140.49, and you can see our ultimate profit objective at 141.04. Now let's move to the right box. So the next question is this: now that we have determined our trade entry point, how do we figure out how far this currency is going to move in order to set our profit objectives? And we determined by looking at the hourly chart and the 4-hour chart that the move would probably trade higher to at least the 141.10 level. And that's how we determined our three profit-taking levels at 140.70, at 140.83, and 141.04. So as you can see, we did trade up to the tunnel, which are the set of black moving averages on the hourly chart, and I'm highlighting that for you now. And this is actually consistent with a move up, and you can see the circle on the 4-hour chart to the wave. Now let me show you the 15-minute chart, and I can show you the actual 1-2-3 reversal pattern, the actual setup. You can see the 1-2-3 pattern where I've labeled point 1, point 2, and point 3. The setup is as follows. When you trade up and come back down again for a point 3 and take out that point 2, which is the green horizontal line, that's the trigger, that's where your entry point is established. And then you can see the three blue horizontal lines where we actually took our profit. So that was the trade, that was the successful trade of the week. Next week we will come up with another trade of the week, and if you would like more information about the Elliott Wave course or about joining the FX Trader's Edge OTA, please contact me at jody@fxtradersedge.com. Happy trading!